of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Josh?
Here.
Corey?
Here.
Greg? Tracy, I'm here. Jamie?
Here.
Kelly?
Here.
And Brian?
Here.
Item 2, discussion action items, discussion consideration, possible approval of the 2025 road improvement project bids from Wolf Paving and Payne & Dolan. The bid is part of your little packet, it's the last page. Will's estimate came out at $246,385. Wolf Paving came in at $227,315. And Payne & Dolan came in at $262,566 and 50 cents. And enclosed, I can read the Applied Technologies letter to us. We have completed our evaluation of the bids opened on May 14th of 2025 for the 2025 road improvement project. As detailed on the attached tabulation of bids, the two bids received range between $222,315 to $262,566.50. The low bid was submitted by Wolf Paving Company from Heartland, Wisconsin. We recommend that the contract for the 2025 road improvement project be awarded to Wolf Paving Company in the amount of $227,315 based on further action by the village board. We feel that the low bid represents a fair price for the work to be performed. Following award of the contract from the village board, we will send a notice of award to the contractor along with copies of the contract documents for execution. The contractor will return the contract documents to the village for execution, after which we will issue a notice to proceed and schedule a pre-construction conference. Sincerely, James Noel.
Will, anything you want to add? It's been your baby.
Been my baby. It came in under budget, I'll say that. I was pretty happy about that.
Very much
You know,
so.
I think the number that I gave you back in December, which included all the wind instead of just a little piece between the roads, was pushing 600 grand. So I think the numbers are really solid. I mean, you're seeing paving prices that have been virtually the same for the last 3 to 5 years in terms of tonnage costs. The wild card in that equation is going to be undercutting. Jamie, you'll recall this when we did the local roads back in 13. Some of the roads needed a lot and some of them didn't. There are some quantities built in there. The base repair, for example, is for the top 10 inches. We also have a quantity in there for the sub-base repair, which is the next 12. So I think we estimated somewhere between 10 and 12%. If you don't spend that money, that's a credit to the village, so you don't have to spend that cash. So for being, I'd like to say that was paved in 84 or 85, Jamie.
Yeah.
For being better part of 40 some years old, it's in pretty decent shape. I'm not expecting a ton of base repair unless it keeps raining. After we've stripped the pavement off, all bets are off. So
How soon do they anticipate starting?
depends. If you award tonight, I will issue a notice of award tomorrow and request their bonds and their insurance certificates. Upon receipt of those, I will prepare 3 copies to deliver to the village, which require your signature, and then we can schedule.
But we don't know what that means, if that's a month out, 2 months out.
Haven't asked at this point. The fact that I was a little bit surprised we only got 2 numbers, to be honest with you. The fact that Payne & Dolan's still bidding road projects right now is kind of surprising to me, because normally by now they got DOT work coming out their ears. So I was surprised Stark didn't pull.
That's probably why they were a little bit high too.
Could be.
They have to go long distance from the plant,
Yeah,
big haul distance.
Practically put it in the back of a pickup truck and drive it over. I haven't worked with Wolf in a number of years. There's no reason that I don't think they're capable of doing more. They pre-qualified for the paving program back in 13 and 14 when we did industrial.
They've been doing a lot more out there.
I think recently they have, within the last couple of years, they were acquired by Rock Road out of Beloit. And I think they've become more active in the municipal end. They used to just be in the subdivision work, and now they're doing the municipal stuff.
They've also done a lot of the big box stores parking lots too recently.
And they did Kettle Moraine High School's parking lot last year. Yeah, last year. Except they had one little minor mistake. They hit one of the drains and pushed back up into the school and flooded out the school.
Gotta bring that up.
I'm just saying.
Minor detail.
They needed some remodeling the school anyway.
From the guy that's wearing a Kettle Moraine High School hat.
Well, he lived through the pain, I'm sure.
Oh, I know.
And dollars wise, do you have the funds available? without
We'll
that?
have to take a note out. Yeah, we're gonna have to take a short note out. But
That's already been vetted out through the bank. And
yeah, the bank's good. Everything's good with the bank.
Especially since we've
Yeah.
consolidated a
fine.
lot recently.
Good call.
We don't wanna take it, we don't wanna take this large, potentially, Kelly, we have the money in there to do it, but without getting the audits done, we don't wanna risk it.
Yeah.
Once the audits are done and we know exactly where the numbers are, we'll be able to figure everything out. So it'll be a short-term note, but we just can't,
Yeah,
the
makes
village can't stop moving on things and that because of that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Did you have something else?
Yeah, Jim just pointed out to me that substantial completion date for the project is September 12th.
Okay.
So it's gotta be finally completed by early to mid-October, so that means we better have grass growing, or the contractor doesn't get paid, so.
Even better.
Mm-hmm.
Any other engineering fees we may have to incur during this project too?
All sorts of them.
Just wanted to ask.
Well, actually, the layout will be done by the contractor. Our role in this project, if the village would like us to do it, would be construction oversight. Inspection during proof rolls, we obviously don't need to be standing out there when they strip the pavement, for example, but, when there's a proof roll or when they're paving, I think you'd want representation out there, whether it's myself or Eric, the DPW suit.
And that's something we usually do.
Correct, I remember in the past. Especially when they did 164. Anybody else have any other questions?
Think it's long overdue.
Never agree.
By the time we get some of these road projects getting rolling.
Well, I'll make a motion then to accept the proposal from Wolf paving for the $227,315.
I'll second it.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Tracy and I had talked about getting this done early instead of waiting another 2 weeks at least to get the ball rolling on things. At least then now they can get their process paper going
Bill
well.
can get all his stuff taken care of.
So,
Yeah, if we're gonna do it regardless, we might as well get her going.
exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
All right, set our next meeting date for the normal Thursday, June 5th at 7 PM. However, at 6 PM, we are having a joint planning commission / village board meeting in regards to a change of ordinance, correct?
That's a public hearing.
Yeah. that's-
The public hearing, yes, sorry. And that'll be at 6, so if everybody can attend by 6 o'clock, it'll be super appreciated. Joshua?
Oh.
Wait,
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor? We recommended at 6:40.
One thing I would like to say, I don't know if anybody's heard, but Will actually is leaving the firm.
What the? Not allowed.
Not allowed. We tried to get him not to, still trying to convince him, but it was planned on sometime in June that he was gonna be leaving. In the meantime, I'm kind of helping out. For those of you who don't know, I was the original village engineer back from 2002. Some of you probably remember me along the way. I know Jamie does, and I know Kelly. I think Greg still remembers me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. So, and I've been involved all the way. So I mean, I'm familiar with the things that have gone on in the village, from trying to get the original wastewater treatment plant constructed.
Hey, that's coming back around.
Someday we will. So,
Soon.
but anyway, that's one of the reasons I wanted to just let everybody know. Like I said, I think Will's done an excellent job. He started with us in 2013, right?
Yeah, late 2012, but I
Wait,
really didn't get
first,
active until.
yeah, 2013. So,
Well, good luck.
Well, we
Yeah.
appreciate everything,
yeah.
especially your help with rezoning the sex offender
Yeah.
map for us.